So Fujifilm just made an announcement this morning that was really exciting to me. The XS20 seems like an incredible and very capable camera to be a companion to the XH2s. I'm shooting on one and then I have another one here. But also they released firmware updates for all their cameras, and there's one for this flagship camera that I've been begging for. So I rolled out of bed this morning, got some coffee, and decided we're gonna do this firmware update and we're gonna see what all is new. I'm really excited. Okay, so in their notes, the first thing is this new Fujifilm app. And so far it's already seemed way more sophisticated and more smooth than the other app that they had that was kind of a disaster. So I'm really excited to have an easy workflow with an app, especially if I am traveling and doing photos. It just was always a pain, and so now I'm really excited to just have really easy transfer. It also seems like live view mode is a lot better. It can probably be used as like a makeshift monitor and stuff like that. I wouldn't suggest pulling focus with it, but all really excited things with this new app. They also have some bugs that have been fixed. They didn't state really any of these bugs. There's a couple that I never even noticed, like the EVF changing dramatically with the brightness of the subject. If you're half pushing the shutter button with, the autofocus continuous mode. There's also some cameras resetting with image transfer order. None of those things that I noticed, but that also says other minor bugs have been fixed. Hopefully, there's a really big bug right now that annoys me. It's rare that I use a mic, but when I've been recording YouTube videos, I have just been plugging straight in with one of these mics. And anytime you turn the camera off and back on, the audio resets back to what it was. And so hopefully that's fixed. I will actually have on the screen if it is fixed or not, because I'm currently using one on an old firmware. And then another bug, I think it's a bug, the My Menu never pops up when you push menu, which kind of defeats the purpose of My Menu if you have to scroll all the way from where you left off. So hopefully that was fixed. Answer here. But now we're getting to the big one for me.
Breaking news!
This is the command dial. We can now change it to what we want. That being, it can be ISO, which is kind of felt like a no-brainer to me, but we all have been begging for that, and here it is, almost a year later, we have that update, which at least means Fujifilm is listening to us and really is doing updates that we want. The XS10, I think, was the first camera that didn't have this option, and I don't know that they even have it now, but I really lost hope that this would ever come, and so here we are. They're improving on some things that people are kind of, really griping for. Now, there are other things, but I'm not gonna be a beggar here, and so I'm just glad that we have that. I do have a video where I talk through other updates I would like to see, but this is one big step, and really the most frustrating thing for me, just because workflow-wise, it was kind of annoying to not have this option. So I'm gonna go ahead and work through this and see some cool new updates. Okay, to set this up, we'll go to our command dial settings. We'll go to M for, when it's on manual, and then we can change the first one now to ISO, which is huge. And then we'll probably want to change the next one to aperture. And then the third, I would set as none personally for manual mode. And so once we do that, we now have to go and set our custom buttons, and we need to set our ISO button to the front command dial switch. So once we get that set, now we just click the button and it switches from our f-stop to our ISO. And so we can stay on ISO for the most part, and then if you need to change f-stop, push one button, you can change f-stop. This was pretty long overdue. I'm really excited about this update, and so hopefully that walkthrough made sense. If you have any other questions about that, let me know. I'm still working through if there's any other updates Just to name one that I would really like to see, because it's on every camera that has been released since this flagship model. I don't think it's on the XH2 either, but when you hit record, the screen goes red on the X-T5 and now the XS20. And I'd really like to see a bordered screen on these cameras as well. With them being the flagship cameras, it seems to make sense that they would get some big updates like what we're seeing from these actually, cheaper cameras from Fujifilm. So with all that said, I'm really excited about this update. Hopefully this just means that we'll get even more exciting updates to their flagship camera. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think. If there's other updates that y'all would like to see, I'll actually pin what I agree with most, so we can just hopefully get that out to Fujifilm. Don't be afraid to share your opinions, because hopefully Fujifilm hears them so we can have updates and have a really good camera system. So anyway, I will catch y'all in the next video. Subscribe to catch more videos, and hopefully I get my hands on the XS20 soon so we can talk about that camera and see how it compares to the XH2s. So I will catch y'all later. Bye.